Comic-Con event. I'm your host today. Josh couldn't make it. He's apparently stuck somewhere behind a plane carrying President Obama. Oh,
Benedict?
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh,
no, it's
we
really
talked about why.
Not taking over. I know, I'm sorry. Do you want this?
No, you can have the microphone, but this is my show. And can I just do an introduction? No, I'm going to do it. I'm lobbed up. I'm a professional.
Everyone's heard it before.
Welcome to MTV's Comic-Con coverage, guys. This is our first guest, Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch. His first Comic-Con experience,
My virginal
appearance.
Comic-Con.
It's so good to see you, buddy.
It's lovely to see you too. How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing great. You are here for The Penguins of Madagascar.
I am indeed, yeah.
This is exciting. This is obviously an animated film. Is this your first,
Very much so.
animation voice kind of thing?
Yeah, no, it is. It's first on many levels. It's the first time I've ever done it, and it's an odd process. I think I started working on this about 3 years ago, and it was just from a bit of an artist's impression of what my character might end up being in motion, and then just some line reading and just hearing a few other people who were cast, like John Malkovich, which is really exciting. You sort of work in isolation, and I only met John yesterday. He's the first cast member I met Tom today, who plays Skipper.
Amazing.
And it's all good. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, there you go. So this, as you said, this is a day of many firsts for you. Obviously, your first animated voice-over performance, but obviously first Comic-Con. And when you have
any tips?
No, I don't. This is my seventh.
Well, you
would think I should know.
Come
no,
on.
it's just madness.
I
What
think
have
you
people
can't
told
prepare
you?
for the madness. I think you said, are you ready for it? And they've told me about the scale of it, but I think nothing can prepare you for how big the hall is, the main hall. And I'm friends with Tom Hiddleston and James McAvoy and Fassbender, so they've all done it, obviously. And they say it's kind of crazy. It's kind of amazing.
Well, it's crazy for anybody, but when it's somebody that's played Sherlock, Smaug, and Khan, you are like, they're going to light you on fire, I don't know what's going to happen.
A cumber burning or something, some kind of mass satanic ritual just to kind of mark the moment. With
they're going to light you on fire and start cheering and then realize, wait, we just killed him. No.
Yeah. It's not the point of celebrating.
We totally screwed this up.
Oh, no, yeah, we went too far again.
No,
but I'm really excited to see the fans and to see their costumes. I mean, that's the thing I'm intrigued by, is just the people watching, to see how far people go here, and also just the devotion and the sheer volume of people as well is going to be really exciting. And it's, it's an odd thing to be here first for, but I'm also coming back on Saturday for The Hobbit as well.
Right.
Odd in the sense that it's not a cult thing like the ones you've mentioned I have been a part of. So I'm sure there'll be some questions which might segue slightly away from what was it like playing a wolf in The Penguins of Madagascar, but, which was good fun. To get back on topic, it was really good fun.
And wait, and the character is, am I correct, called Classified?
It's Classified, yeah.
So is this a tie-in with Julian Assange in any way?
I couldn't possibly tell you. Julian Assange, that's an interesting idea. I don't think he influenced my portrayal as Agent Classified, the head of the North Wind, this animal protecting service of other animals. We're all kitted out in a sort of James Bond style, and are very smooth and professional, and the kind of polar opposite intended pun of the Penguins. And it's very funny. It's brilliantly written, as the first two films were, and yet the Penguins at the centre and the front of this, they're just brilliant. I mean, it's a great dynamic between the group.
I think we're going to look at your character, right? Okay. Is that your character?
That's
I assume.
Me.
Yeah. So, did you have any? That doesn't look much like you.
No, it doesn't, does it? No,
it
really doesn't. So. My eyes are a lot closer together. I forget, compared to a shark rather than a wolf. I think, my eyes are sort of here and here. Here's a kind of what, but it's a handsome animal.
He's very handsome. I'm not
very
trying
flattered,
to say. Oh,
but,
no, you should be.
He's got slightly bigger, wetter, blacker nose than me. Bluer than greener eyes, I guess, and very heavy eyebrows that kind of almost meet in the middle. No, it's a great bit of animation because it's very cartoon, but it's obviously still an animal, and it was great fun to play around with the characterization.
Do you affect like a voice, or is it basically the Benedict voice?
It's kind of the Benedict voice, yeah. I mean, I wanted to start simply and then sort of evolve it if I felt it was necessary, and I thought he would work best if I kind of went for a very sort of heightened, pompous version of myself.
Right.
But there's a little bit maybe of Timothy Dalton in there.
Amazing.
I suppose. Get into the car. There's a sort of serious Bond thing going on every now and again. He takes himself very, very seriously. This wolf.
What do you dress in when you get into the VO booth? Yes, as a wolf.
Well,
do you wear pajamas? Are you naked? I mean, what's happening in the VO booth?
My wolf suit is a private thing.
Sorry.
That only my co-workers at DreamWorks know about, and myself. But no, when I get my wolf on, I kind of stuff like this, or just you can. That's the nice thing about it. You don't have to worry about what you're wearing and what you look like. It's just about trying to, give the vocal performance. And also it's very freeing because you can continually evolve the character and the script, and that's a great process. I've never done that before, and this, like I said, it started over 3 years ago, so I'm as keen as mustard to see the finished product now.
Yeah, amazing. And did you do any work with, you said, with John or other people? Nothing at all?
No. I mean, the first time I actually had a conversation with him was yesterday.
Crazy.
And it's not really the way I thought I'd first meet and potentially work or talk with John Malkovich and ask him about what's it like playing an evil octopus. I thought it might be about Steppenwolf or one of his many iconic screen roles, and no, it's about playing an octopus.
As you said, there are going to be a lot of questions about a lot of things, including we know that Sherlock's coming back, which we're thrilled about. Yeah. So another series and another Christmas special, yes?
Yeah, we're first actually. So we're doing one one-off Christmas special to begin with, and then we do another 3 at the end of next year. So yeah, I'm ridiculously excited about it because, the whole purpose of us doing it again is that we can do it better than we did it last time, and the pitch for this series it's so exciting.
So do you know, I'm not obviously expecting you to tell anything, but do you know literally like how they explain the return of Moriarty, etc., like next go around?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I kind of casually choose to forget in order to sort of rediscover it again a little bit. Well, yeah, slightly, because it's very weird. We get our sort of audience hit with it is obviously when Martin and I sit down to read the script, the first draft, and also when we get a pitch and the rough idea of where it's going to go before we get the script. But I kind of like casually forgetting, not least because there's a lot of other traffic between then and now, but also because it's more fun if it's slightly more fresh. But it's a very good idea. I do remember that detail.
It just came to you just this moment?
Yes. I'm just trying not to remember it so I don't blurt it out.
Fair enough. Yeah. Speaking of things you couldn't talk about way back when, Khan.
I'm actually stuck to your sofa. That wasn't
you were stuck here now forever.
It's already got hot in Comic-Con now. That's horrible. That's not heat. That's just leather on something. I don't know what.
No explanation necessary. It's all good, Benedict. We're friends.
Yeah, too much sharing going on here. Way too much.
Do you think we're going to see Khan again in the next Star Trek? I'm trying to keep us on topic. I don't even know what the topic is.
Not possible with me. Maybe.
Do you know for a fact either way?
He's in a freezer, so you know.
You just turn the microwave on and you're fine.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly. We've all defrosted chicken in our time.
You're basically a human pot pie.
I am. I'm just waiting to be the toaster set to defrost and come out all bad and angry again. I hope so. I mean, we'll see. It depends on what direction they're going to take it in. I think there's definitely room for him to come back in some shape.
I'd love to see it. Yeah, totally. Really, and now that the whole mystery thing is gone, you don't have to deal with that. Crap in a way.
No, which is good.
A burden.
Yeah, it's weird the amount of projects I ended up doing last year in particular where I just couldn't talk about it. Obviously how Sherlock came back. I couldn't talk about playing Khan. It was very odd. I became a keeper of national secrets.
Exactly. Did Star Wars come close to happening? Was that a legitimate discussion, or was more of it made of it then?
JJ and I are friends, so yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Okay.
But I think. JJ's very good at creating something original out of something known, and I think, apart from his continual use of Simon Pegg, and who can blame him, frankly, it's like it made sense not to do it, and he's got the most amazing cast, and I'm fearfully jealous. Of course I am.
Are you going to visit set, or just as a fan? I mean, just
no. But that's the thing, that overrides my So I mean, this is the first film of many, so who knows? Watch this space, but I'm dead excited about seeing it. I can't wait.
I have to ask about one other touchy subject. Everybody's buzzing about Doctor Strange, and you potentially playing Doctor Strange.
Well, as far as I'm aware, even if that was the case, it couldn't work out because I'm doing a little play called Hamlet in London, a little town called London.
Right, I've heard of it. And I've heard of Hamlet too.
Yeah, these are well-known things. So I don't think I could, even if that was on the cards. But,
Got it.
It sounds like a fantastic project. It's a shame if I miss out, but who knows?
Were there any actual kind of real full-on discussions or anything, or was it more of just in the abstract?
I couldn't possibly comment.
Okay, fair enough. Were you a comic book guy growing up? Were you into superheroes?
Yeah. But it was something that was fed to me to keep me quiet at times on family holidays. But I never became obsessed. And this is why I feel a bit of a pretender to any kind of belonging to being here, because when people say geek, it's now become a slightly more endearing and complimentary term, but in the olden days, it was just someone who knew too much, was too obsessive in their knowledge. And I've always kind of accredited that with being a good thing, because you're an expert. It's a
devotion to a thing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so I feel well out of my depth. You know, all the things I've touched on by being part of that may or may not be of interest to people here, I have such a skin-thin layer of knowledge of. I really do. I mean, I'd turn up to do my job as an actor. I think if I did know the full weight of Khan before I took it on, I mean, of course I understood, but it didn't mean as much to me as it did die-hard Trekkies.
Right.
I wouldn't have been able to step on set. It would have been too terrifying. So
what would you say the geekiest thing about you is then? What's the...
I can get obsessive. I can get a little... I'm geeky in my research. I like to sort of have a contained knowledge or understanding of what I'm doing to a level that's probably a little bit extreme sometimes. I'm trying to think of an example. Playing Agent Classified, I spent a good long time in Yellowstone Park with a pack of wolves. And it wasn't until about the fourth month, after about the third week, I became the alpha male, obviously. But about the fourth month, I realised that Christian Bale was also there, and so was Daniel Day-Lewis. So it's something that, is open practice.
And then they called you and said, oh, by the way, you don't actually have to...
You're being drawn.
Physicalize.
That didn't matter. Josh, you know me, that doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. I don't like me to diminish the prep.
I have my standards. I do take things to a degree sometimes that are a bit geeky.
You've also
tried on anything else in my life though that I'm geeky on, but I'm sure this is when you need a friend or a family member to go. He geeks
you have
out
this
on.
problem. Let me
I'm a bit
detail it
male
right
with
now.
recipes actually. When I'm cooking, I get very geeky about measurements, very male and scientific about it.
Interesting.
The first time around, and then I can do it.
You
to
don't
taste
dabble and kind of add a little.
Not the first time. No, it's like a science experiment.
You're talking to a man that literally has never cooked in his life.
Oh, really?
What should I start with? What's a good Benedict 101?
I mean, I started with fudge brownies of all things.
I would do that.
I was a kid. Like, well, yeah, what can you do?
Was
That's
it a
what
mix?
my grandmother offered to teach me how to cook. My godmother. No. Ooh, oh no! Shop bought nonsense for me. No. No. I think it probably was a mix. I also got a lesson in cooking meringues. So meringues with brownies in the middle.
For those of us tuning in, this is the Cooking Hour with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Hi. Yeah.
Always a very busy man. Are you done with the Black Mass?
Yes.
That looks like an amazing cast.
I think it's going to be extraordinary. I think Johnny. I think everyone's seen the pictures, but the actual work he's doing on that set is very, very special. And what an incredible human being he is. He's so nice. And Joel Edgerton. Yeah. And they're the two people I had most of my work with, and that was a joy.
Did the accent come naturally? That must be.
No, it's terrifying, and no one in Boston will like it because it's you can't please anyone. You get Bostonians talking to Bostonians saying your accent's awful, It's not Park the car in the Harvard Yard, it's Park the car in the Harvard Yard.
Wait, you just said it the same way. Wait.
Yeah, and it's a little bit like that. It's like those French lessons, or not French lessons, but when you meet a native foreign language speaker and you're going, bonjour, and they go, no, it's bonjour. And you go, bonjour. No, bonjour. And you think, I'm going mad.
Are we gonna? You mentioned Hamlet in London. Are we ever gonna get you on stage in the States? Have you thought about Broadway?
Very possibly, yeah. I mean, it's a big commitment, obviously, because it's away from home, and it's anything with theatre is a. It would really depend what and when, obviously. Stupid thing to say. It's obvious. But
it depends on things and stuff and other things.
On things and other things. Yeah.
I don't want to put you on the spot finally in our remaining moments, but I do actually. You know me, that's my only thing I do want to do.
Possibly 3 times at a rough count already. In this.
Okay, here we go. We're going to wrap in a very tense way.
Go on.
Every year at Comic-Con, I play a little game with folks called Geeks and Posers.
Okay.
And I know you've already kind of
Definitely.
said this.
I'm a poser, but hands up.
We're going to see.
All right, okay.
I've got a few questions for you. I think you might get a few of these.
You asked just
this haunts you, I know.
You know what I'm going to say,
yeah.
don't you? At the Star Trek, we had a round table thing.
And I had a trivia thing.
And you had a trivia thing for JJ, and you went, what moon is it? What moon? I was like, it's Tatooine, but I better not say it. He's directing it, and if I get it wrong, I'll be really embarrassed. And then I was so cross with not speaking my geek.
You've literally told me that like 5 times.
I know, it's important to me. Yeah.
He knows Tatooine, guys, all right?
Hooray.
But does he know this? Geeks and Posers with Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch. Finish this line made famous by Game of Thrones. A Lannister always...
A what, sorry?
A Lannister always...
Checks his teeth before leaving for work?
That may be true, but it's pays his debts, I'm afraid.
Oh, sorry. I've got a lot of catching up to with Games of Thrones. I love it, but I'm very, very far behind.
I've never watched it.
Whoa, you're just out of a job, aren't you?
I think so. This could be it for me.
Jeez. Good luck. Come work for the BBC.
I'm just trying to... How much energy is required to fuel a flux capacitor?
1 million kegatrons of squabish cabbage. I don't know.
Maybe that's the British measurement. It's actually, in America, it's 1.21 gigawatts.
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 It's like sort of, yeah.
Yeah, it's also a dance.
So it's, yeah, sounds like something Will Smith would do.
Who's the villain in the next Avengers movie?
This I really should know. It's not Loki this time, is it?
When in doubt, go with Hiddleston.
It's Tom. It's got to be Tom. That'll just bring me back.
Nope.
Okay.
They've traded laterally. I'm not going to say up or down.
Laterally, stop. So is it one of the... No, it can't be one of the Avengers themselves going back, is it?
No. It's James Spader's going to be playing someone called Ultron.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's very cool.
It's all good.
That's great.
Can you tell me the subtitle of the upcoming Batman-Superman movie?
Batman versus Superman. The subtitle.
Yeah,
sometimes good has to fight good to find out whether he's good or not. I don't know.
I don't think that's going to fit on the poster.
No, it's not. Like my name. It's terrible, isn't it? Maybe that's why I was cast as Batman.
Almost there. And then I will release you. It's Dawn of Justice for future reference.
Of course, yeah.
Right?
Dawn of Justice.
You knew that.
That makes sense, yeah.
I know you're a big fan of Vin Diesel. Can you name the 3 Riddick movies?
Nope.
Fair enough. I'll accept that. Point.
Are you afraid of the dark?
And last 2.
Okay, that's a very bad impression. That was more.
What was that? I missed it.
That was a bit more. I was a bad Vin Diesel impression.
Okay.
It was a bit more Arnie than Vin Diesel.
Same difference.
You said it, not me.
True or false? Jar Jar Binks wasn't that bad.
It's a big sea monster. No, Jar Jar Binks was terrible.
I do a Jar Jar too.
Do you? Let's do it. Let's Jar Jar.
Oh, Mr. Jar Jar too.
Welcome, Benedict.
Thank you. Oh no, look at my stupid ears.
I think this is the moment where the world turns on you, and it's my fault. Everybody now hates you.
All the Jar Jar lovers are going to come at me like drones.
No, it's the opposite. It's that nobody loves Jar Jar, and they didn't want to hear that voice ever again.
No, I see what you mean. Thoroughly repulsed.
We're sorry, world.
At the end of an interview, sorry.
That was amazing. And finally, you've already done a couple silly voices, but can you give me your best imitation of Gollum?
I'm trying to think of something to say.
It needs it once, it must have it. Oh, God. Good master, evil master. He's a bad one.
Well, that's terrible. It went off.
That was wonderful. Andy Serkis is out of a job.
No, he's not. Oh, my God.
Amazing. The one and only Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch. We've ended your career here again.
You really have, yeah, once more. I have lots of things to answer for on the internet.
Never. Congratulations on the new film, Penguins of Madagascar, coming soon, guys. And we're going to actually show a trailer for the film right now and let you out of here. Good to see you, buddy.
Nice to see you too.
Trailer for the film, guys. Check it out.